What is good, guys, man? Thank you for tuning back into the channel, man. If you're new, make sure you hit that sub button down below to be notified for every single video that I do drop, man. And if you're new to the channel, man, this is how you hit the subscribe button to be notified all the time. Once you hit that subscribe button, you always got to go hit that bell. Once you hit that bell, you go press all, man. And also go follow the Instagram. The Instagram is at the top of the screen. You can type that in, man. And also down below, it's the link down below in the description where you can go and get to the Instagram. So make sure y'all go give me a follow over there, man. But this right here is a story time of her child, her son, having a warning dream of the Antichrist. As y'all know, this world is getting ready for the new world order. They're getting ready for the Antichrist. So we need to lock in, man, for real, and stay on guard and stay prayed up. You know, we know we're not perfect or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But we still need to keep our mind focused on God, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this testimony real quick. Y'all comment down below exactly what y'all think, man, because these dreams be real. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
My son's dream, he and his younger sister were out in a forest. He said he saw a man in the forest as well, wearing a black cloak, and behind him or alongside him was a very large army of men, also wearing black cloaks. The man who was leading this army, my son described him as a person who had a very scary appearance with like a red sort of fiery eyes. He was wearing a crown of thorns, and on his wrists and ankles, he was bound with chains. In his dream, he said he became very fearful because he knew in his heart that this man and his army were coming for Christians. He began to run into the forest with his sister, and they charged after them. Now, they didn't capture my kids. My son woke up after that point. But I thought this was very telling of the times we're living in. And we see in Daniel chapter 9 and 2 Thessalonians that there is a description of the man of lawlessness, which is also known as the Antichrist. Now, there is an Antichrist spirit in every age.
Gotta watch
we see that throughout history, but there will come a day, and I believe we're living in the age where there will be the man of lawlessness who is revealed. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about what I think the dream means, and then I want to point us to the Word of God. So the crown of thorns really seems to represent a mockery of Jesus Christ, just like Satan has done for generations. He hates Jesus, he hates his kingdom, his children, he hates everything about God. And so we know that Jesus Christ is the true King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and that he's coming back to reign and rule on this earth soon. And so I believe that when my son saw him wearing a crown of thorns, he was trying to make a mockery of that. Okay, the second thing is, I believe that it is the Antichrist or the son of the devil or Satan himself, because he's bound on his wrists and ankles. We know that Satan has power in this earth and in the time that he's been given, but he doesn't have all authority on heaven and on earth and under the earth, right? Only Jesus Christ has full authority and power. And Satan will be bound for 1,000 years as Jesus reigns and rules, and then one day he will be thrown into the lake of fire with the rest of his angels and demons. So to me, this is a man who wants to distort the rule, reign, and authority of Christ. Now, when it comes to the black cloak or coat, we know that a lot of times in the Bible, what someone is wearing represents their character. You think about Joseph and his coat of many colors. Think about the priestly robes and the attire they had to wear to go into the temple and to sacrifice and enter the Holy of Holies. So when I heard black cloak or coat, it represents the character of Satan, really, darkness. The black cloak is like sin, hiding, covering, all of those things. Okay, so his fiery red eyes remind me of the dragon described in the book of Revelation and the end of the age. I also think about pride in the eyes. I think about anger in the eyes, and all of these are characteristics of the devil himself, the serpent of old. Now, when it comes to the forest and my kids running away, I believe the forest could represent a hiding place, like a literal hiding place, perhaps for the end of the age, that the church could be persecuted and Christians may need to seek refuge and hiding in and among the forests or safe places like that. I also think the forest could represent a multitude of people, again, the church, or like an army of mighty men. And Satan has always persecuted God's people. He's always hated the children of God. And so that to me is not a surprise that he was coming after Christians or after my children. That is not something that I think we need to like read into further, because that is biblical. Satan has been the father of lies and the accuser of the brethren since the beginning of time. In the book of 2 Thessalonians, it talks about how there will be a man of lawlessness who comes upon the earth. He's going to be revealed at his appointed time, and I believe that time is like any moment now. And he's going to come and deceive many people on the earth, right? There's going to be a falling away of many people. There's going to be a strong delusion on the earth. There's going to be a time when he, after creating a 7-year peace treaty with Israel, is going to enter into the temple. The third temple is going to be rebuilt. He's going to walk in and declare himself as God. He's going to do signs and wonders and all these things, and he's going to deceive so many, and he's going to bring total destruction upon the earth. And so I believe this dream fits a description of that man, and it's like a foreshadowing. I believe this is just a warning dream, really, for us to prepare our hearts. This isn't about the rapture. I know a lot of people are going to come on here and say, you know, this can't be a warning to the church. We're not going to be here and all those things. And I don't want to have that discussion today, because there's a lot of different ideas and theologies around the rapture. The point is that we want to warn people of this coming man, the Antichrist, whether we are taken before he appears or during or after. The point is that we need to warn people to awaken. Those who are dead in their sins, who are unbelievers, those who are lukewarm in the church, and perhaps those who are awake, so that we might pray. We might pray and remain alert and be wise virgins.
Awesome dream testimony, man. And it speaks of a lot of facts. Well, we do got to get ourselves prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because the Antichrist is coming to deceive a lot of people, and a lot of people that's not woke, a lot of people that's not, you know, really just following God the way they're supposed to. They will be deceived, man. And that takes us to 1 John, you know what I'm saying? Chapter 2, verse 18. Children, it's the last hour, and as you have heard, that Antichrist is coming. So now many Antichrists have come. Therefore, we know that this is the last hour. And that verse indicates that the concept of an Antichrist is not new. And many individuals or forces embodying Antichrist-like qualities already exist. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people over here that is acting like, you know, they represent the Most High, but really they represent the one that's down there, you know, below our feet. You know what I'm saying? In 1 John chapter 4 verse 3, and every spirit that does not confess Jesus is not of God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you heard was coming and now is in the world already. Man, this verse highlights that the spirit of the Antichrist is already present in the world and can be identified by its denial of Jesus' true nature. And a lot of people that are, you know, off for God right now, you know what I'm saying? They gonna probably fold on Jesus, you know, just because they are gonna be living in fear of what the Antichrist can do. You know what I'm saying? Just because they'll be denied of food, you know, just because it's gonna be certain things that be going on that is gonna have us compromise what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta be prepared for that. It's either you dying for God or you gonna live for the Antichrist. You're gonna accept all the Antichrist's rules. A lot of people gonna be deceived anyway because they already don't believe in God. And when the Antichrist comes, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, there is a God. He's gonna come to heal. He's gonna make everything look good. You know what I'm saying? But when God come back, he coming to destroy the world. You know what I'm saying? He coming to create a new heaven and new earth. So we got to be mindful of that, man. And we're going to take you to one more verse. Well, two more verses, actually. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3 to 12. This passage describes a figure known as the man of lawlessness, as you described in this video, or son of perdition, who will oppose God and exalt him above all that is called God. He will sit in the temple of God, claiming to be God. He will be ultimately destroyed by Christ. And as y'all seen in that video I did yesterday about Kanye West, talking about he is God and he is a God, the people that saying he is a God, man, that is blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? There was only one God, only one true living God. It's the King of Kings. You know what I'm saying? And one more verse before we close this video. Revelation chapter 13. This chapter in Revelation also depicts a beast rising from the sea, possessing great power and authority, demanding worship. Some interpretations link this beast with the Antichrist, man. So be aware, man. As she said in this video, a lot of people are having these dreams, and these are real. And the Antichrist is coming, and most likely already here, man. We just got to be aware and stay focused, man. But y'all comment in below exactly what y'all think about this, man. And at the end of my videos, always say stay inspired, stay motivated, stay grinding. Till next video, your boys out of here. Peace.